Welcome to my $1 million diary, and in today's video, I'm going to be going over the month of October. The month of October felt a lot longer than the month of September, and I think in the last video, I had said that September felt like a really, really long month, which is crazy because I didn't think October could feel any longer, but it did. A lot happened, a lot of changes are going to happen, and really, my timeline, I think I had certain things set up for the start of 2026, and my timeline just got pushed up probably like another 2 or 3 months early. So let's get into it. Okay, let's begin. So I switched to Prezi for my presentations because I ran out of credits on the other thing that I was using, which I forgot what it was, to be honest. But anyways, this is pretty good. I ran out of credits over there, so I switched over to this. I really like this. I'll probably end up subscribing. I was just too cheap. I thought I could get more credits, and then I think Prezi only gave me enough credits to do two presentations, and I already wasted them both. So this is what this looks like. All right. So managing multiple ventures, real estate, online sales, and personal priorities. That's what Prezi decided to make. I will say the last tool I was using actually made presentations a whole lot better. It was true to the script that I would give it, where Prezi just adds a lot of extra stuff that I didn't ask for. So my October overview. And this presentation will cover key updates on my YouTube channel, Real Estate Ventures, Online Revenue, and Personal Challenges. It will also outline my priorities moving forward as I balance multiple projects and life changes. So, see, it's really wordy. The last one I was using wasn't so much. So, let's start with the YouTube channels. I have not been actively working on this that much. I have been working on the AI channel. It got to 200 total subs, which is crazy because I've done less work and it looks like it's leading to more results. That's really weird. Well, I guess it's leading to more subscribers. I don't know if it's leading to more results, but yeah, there we have it. I think I only uploaded. Actually, I don't remember how many videos I uploaded. If I'm being honest, I probably uploaded like a total of like 5 or 6, because what I'm doing now is the system that I was using, it stopped giving me unlimited generations. Now they gave me a little credit bank, which really sucks because they go like really fast. But one of the things that I've put in my head is that if I'm paying for these subscriptions, I want to make sure that I use every single credit that it's giving me. So even if I use like a free trial, I want to make sure that I use all the credits that I have. So anyways, the software that I use, it's Caption AI, and I think the company has been working for the last year or two. They've been I know they've been experimenting because you also find a lot of glitches. Like I was able to make videos that were, I think, like 3 or 4 minutes long. No, I'm lying. I think I was able to make videos that were up to 2 minutes long, and no, I think I was able to make videos. I don't remember. It was a while ago, but I was able to make all the videos with one generation, and then they limited me to only being able to make videos that are um, up to 60 seconds. So if I want to make a 3 minute video, then I had to make three separate videos and then combine it. So yeah, they've been experimenting. But anyways, so on the AI mythology channel, I now have 200 subscribers. I don't know what I had last month. It was probably like 170 or 180. I didn't really bother to go back and look. And then I'm going to start adding this channel to it as well. So this is the channel that I have for the Amazon influencer program. I take all the videos that I upload to Amazon and then I upload it to this channel. This channel gets a lot of hate, and I mean they're not wrong, but I mean it's crazy. So I have this channel. I'm gonna start actively using it again when everything settles down and like I'm able to really start going to the Amazon influencer more consistently. And I'm gonna start working on this channel a lot more. This is really just more for this is good experience. Just put it that way. Like I get a lot of hate here, and so yeah. So it's 242. Oh, and going back to this channel. Oh wait, I got more here. All right, so yeah, that one has 200 channels. I'm limited in how much I can post on it now. So I mean, I'm not going to be able to post volume on here anymore. So it's probably just going to grow at its own pace. Like the algorithm is going to grow this channel however it wants to. The product channel, it has 242 subscribers, as I said. I haven't posted a video on here since Man, I don't think I've posted a video on here since like the beginning of the year. I think there was a period earlier in the year where I posted like three or four, maybe five, and then I stopped. So it's crazy that out of nowhere it just started picking up because I think I had about 185 subscribers, and over the last couple of months it's just been growing on its own. So maybe the algorithm picked something else up and it's been running with it. But people have been subscribing, people have been commenting. It's just I don't really pay attention to it, but I'm about to start doing that. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, like I never told Prezi like that I posted zero videos in January. It just assumed that. So, anyways, like I like this platform. It just I like it. It has its quirks. So, with the real estate update, this was in October. I don't know if I made a video about this because yeah, I wouldn't have known in September. Or maybe I made the video late in October for September's review and I talked about it. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about it. But if I haven't, I'm going to talk about it now. So I received a text message during the middle of October saying that my tenants were not going to renew the lease. And that is their lease is up in December. I guess they found a house and they're renewing the lease, so they're leaving. Right now, they're cleaning up and they've already moved most of their stuff out. So since the tenant wants to move, and my plan was I wasn't gonna force them to leave. Initially, they told me they were gonna stay at the house for like years. They had no intentions on ever moving, but I guess things changed. Maybe they found a better deal, better house, whatever. Doesn't matter. My plan was for the start of January to start looking for a house to rent. Well, it was either to rent or to buy. I would prefer to buy, but it looked like buying. It was gonna require a lot of effort and, to be honest, an ass pull because I don't know how I was gonna make it work. But I was adamant about making it work. And then I thought if I can't make it work, then I'll probably just rent for about maybe 2 years, and until then I could get my financial situation in a better place so that I could go and buy a house. Well, since they're moving out, and that house is on the east side of Orlando, near both of me and my wife's family, and we have a child now and everything, and I want the child to be closer to the family. It would also be a lot easier on the wife. We decided, or I decided, that we're going to move into this house for the next 2 years or so, maybe 3 years. To be honest, there's no timeline on it because it's our house. So we're gonna move in there, and then we're gonna rent out the condo that we're currently living in. So that's the plan. Um, that's okay. So that's the first thing that happened with real estate. But now I also got a service call on the property in Apopka, which is the property that's been giving me a headache for the last 3 years. And it was on October 6th that the tenant sent me a video and said there was more water intrusion, even though I had just sent a contractor to work on all the doors a couple of months ago, or yeah, a couple of months ago. Well, anyways, the contractor worked on this door, but supposedly now it's having more water intrusion, even though there was no water intrusion, for a couple of weeks. Um, this project is still actively going on right now, only because the contractor is a friend of mine, and I asked him that I asked him if I could be there if he wasn't too busy or too much of in a rush while the work was getting done. Also, he needed my help to reinstall the door, take everything down, fix it, figure out what's wrong, where the water's coming in from, and then reinstall the door the correct way. Because, as I've stated before, I paid a cheap contractor to fix that house, and they took all the shortcuts in the world, and it's just been leading to more headaches. So this was part of that. So I told him, hey, this door cannot be adjusted. It needs to be like taken down completely so that it could be adjusted properly. Like we need to take it down and then reinstall it. So we did that, but we're still not done. Now we just gotta seal up the drywall. And I told him if we could do it here in the next couple of days, because that will be the next time that I could take a day off, because I want to learn. I'm trying to perfect my drywall skills because right now they need work. Drywall is super cheap to install, but if you pay somebody to do it, it's way too expensive. And then now I tried, I think last week, putting the condo up for rent on Facebook Marketplace, and I was looking on Zillow as well, and it looks like this I think I had over 100 people look at the property, and only one person saved it, and nobody reached out to me. I was putting it for rent for 1750 just because I wanted to see if anybody like would bite on it. Wanted to see like what it looked like, and then when I did some searching to look at similar properties and just properties in general, it looks like the Orlando market has actually seen a sharp decline in rental in rental prices. So initially, I thought I was going to be able to make a decent margin on this condo to be able to cover what I'm gonna owe my parents for moving into the rental. Because also for this rental, this is the rental that uh, it's a joint ownership. So my stepdad owns half. Well, he's married, so I guess my parents own half, 50% of the property. And then this property was really profitable for both me and my parents. So I never wanted to move into this house because some of the profits would go to me to help pay for the challenges in the Apopka property, and then the other half of it will go to my parents because my stepdad he's all about cash. He wants to see money, so he doesn't really care about equity. He's a Cuban immigrant, so he thinks different. So, anyways, when moving into this property, I'm still gonna owe him half of what he was making. So it's like I move into this property, it's my property, but I also owe him his whatever he was making on the rent before, which I'm gonna end up cutting it down because after looking at all these rental properties, that property would not go on the market for what we were renting it for to these other tenants. So, anyways, I wanted to rent this condo to make up that gap of the money that I owed him, so that then when I would move into this property, I would only be paying the mortgage and utilities and all of that, which my wife pays the utilities and I pay the mortgage. So I thought that's how it was going to work, but it looks like the profit margins on this property are going to be very small, very slim. If that, it might end up just breaking even. So yeah, hopefully the rental market picks up, which I know it's probably bad to people who rent. Um, it's good for me, so that just is what it is. Uh, let's see. Oh, it says here tenant move out details. Yeah, so I just explained all of this. The okay, yeah, the service call was on October 6th, and then it's an ongoing issue. I basically just said all of this, and then for quarter three, oh hey, I have pictures over here. It's not showing me the pictures. Can I scroll down to the picture? Well, good to know. I guess I got to work on Prezi. So, anyways, if you look over here, this is what the property looks like right now. So we just got to seal this uh, and add more caulking to the outside of this just to reinforce it. But it's already been caulked and all of that. So it shouldn't have that much water intrusion right now. And this right here, that is the roof that I've been trying to patch for I don't know how long. I've thrown all kinds of things at it, and then the leak disappears for a few months, and then it just comes back. Like I really can't get rid of this thing. And then this is the house right here. It doesn't look like this. So this is when I was painting it initially, but I've completely added a ceiling to to the the stucco outside because it was having water intrusion through all of this. So I ended up covering all of this, and I just left it like that. Now I got to come back at some point in quarter three and finish painting all of that back to the house's original color. And it's gonna be with the elastometric paint. So it's that thick paint that's also a sealant. Yeah. So anyways, going back over here. Boop, boop, boop. So I still have plans on completing that property. I don't want to go into next year having to do more work on it. Um. Oh wow. I had put more things on here. Oh, this is nice. So like I'm learning Prezi as I'm doing this video right now, but I had added a lot more stuff to this and it cut it all out. I think some of the one of the things I have added was that um, I slipped my mind right now. Yeah, there was a whole lot of things on there. Oh, it was I need to keep working on the drainage on this property, and that's going to be really labor intensive. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it myself this year, or at least this month. It will probably roll. Actually, probably won't be able to do much this month. It'll probably roll over into December, but it's so labor intensive that I don't even know if I'm the one that really wants to do it. While I have a bunch of stuff going on, and then it's also the holidays, and the wife wants to do stuff with the baby for his first holidays. So my friend who's a contractor said he was going to try to look for some laborers and get me a quote for them to do it instead of me. So depending on the quote, I might have them do it. And yeah, these are the condo rental challenges, the market conditions. Also, rents have dropped significantly in Orlando, which is going to make it hard to rent for the right profit margin. And then I'm going to end up having to adjust the rent. I'm probably going to have no margins on that. And then, yeah, so I might have to lower the rent to at least break even, or maybe like a $30 profit margin to cover like minor expenses, uh, just so that I can rent the property out and I can avoid a vacancy. And now going into online. So on eBay, I made $936, Etsy 327, Amazon 436. So there is the screenshot for the last 30 days. This was as of today. So there might have been a sale. Yeah, there might have been a sale here. Sale. There might have been a sale here. That's not being like logged in. But yeah. So when I make these videos, because while I was doing this, I realized something. It's gonna look like a discrepancy, but I'm putting what I made for the month in these videos here. I might be off by a day or two because when I pull this, like I pulled it today, and we're already 2 days um, into November. So when I do last 30 days, it might start from, oh, and then October had 31 days. So that's probably since October 3rd. And I probably had some sales from October 1st and on October 1st and October 2nd that might not reflect this. But if you look at these videos and you look at these screenshots, they might not match the other videos that I make about like my financial expenses, which I'm starting to do now. Like I want to make videos about how much I make and how much I'm spending and like my total cash flow. Because when I track my finances, I track like for online sales, I include when I get paid. So like whenever they give me the payout, I'll add that to those expenses on that day. Whereas this is just doing the the sales for that month. I don't know if that really makes sense. So for that month, I made 936. But if I do my video on how much I got paid, like my income and expenses, it's gonna show more than 936 because I'm gonna have payouts in October from what is October from September. So in September, I made like towards the end of September, I made a lot of sales, but I didn't get paid. Like the money what didn't go into my account until later in like early October. So then it would reflect on my finances for my income and expenses, but it won't show here. Like, yeah. So hopefully that makes sense. Same thing with Etsy. Like it's always going to show, like right here it shows 30 days. It's always going to show on my expenses. It's always going to show. It's not going to show all of this, but it's going to show the stuff from September on there. So that hopefully that explains the discrepancy. And then in Amazon's the only one that can get it right because Amazon has a filter setting for last month and Amazon pays once a month. The thing is that whatever I post on my expenses, this is what I made for that month. I'm not going to get paid for this until, yeah, I'm not going to see this payment until probably January, either January or yeah, what I made in the month of October was this much. Now I'm confusing myself. This is what I made in the month of October. I won't receive that payment until probably January. So that's why there's always going to be a discrepancy between what I show here and what I show in my monthly expenses or income. So personal updates and challenges. October, we also had to let an employee go at my job. So we've been short staffed for a little while. The good thing is that we already hired somebody to replace him. So I think things are looking up. But yeah, that was hard. That was really hard, and it's really adding more work to everybody here. But things should level off here later. And then home updates before moving. So the house that we're moving into, the wife went in and she wants to change a few things, of course, because that's what women love to do. So now I have a list of things that I need to do to that house, and things that I need to fix, things that I need to change, more money that needs to go into it before we move in, because it's easier to work on a house when it's empty as opposed to once it's fully furnished. Uh, and then my priorities for November, it's going to be to look for a tenant so I can avoid a December vacancy. I need to do the home repairs on the house before I move in. I also have some minor repairs to do on the condo. And then I have obviously the repair for the service call that I have in the house in Apopka, and relocation, coordinate and execute the move into the new house. Yeah, I got to figure that one out because that one's going to be tough because it's really just me, and my wife is not really going to help me with like the heavy stuff. Plus, I don't want her to help me with the heavy stuff. She needs to be taking care of the kid. So maybe I can find a friend, probably use my brother to help me move. So the move is going to happen very slow. And then I want to set up my workspace, which will probably be in the garage, and set up my new office. So now that this house will have 3 bedrooms, the baby will have his room, me and my wife will have our room, and then we'll have an office. And now I have a garage that I can use into my workspace, so I can move all the stuff that I used to do, little designs and stuff, like make little figures. I used to play with resin and stuff like that. And I had to kind of shut that down because we moved into like a smaller place. So all of that stuff is over at the rental in Apopka, actually. I store a lot of my stuff in my rentals because I don't really have a lot of space. But now that we'll have a garage and we'll have an attic, I can start bringing all my stuff from the rentals into this house because that's where I'm going to be for the next couple of years. And yeah, like I said, complete the service call in Apopka. Those are my priorities for November. And in conclusion, let's see what Prezi said. In summary, this presentation has outlined the current status of my YouTube channels, real estate updates, online revenue sources, and personal challenges. I look forward to addressing any questions you may have regarding these topics or sharing further insights. My wife told me that I read fast, and I've been trying to read to my baby. And she said that I need to like slow down on my reading, but I feel like, I don't know, man, it's just hard. It's hard to like do things slow. I feel like I have a cocaine brain. But anyways, uh that let me go back over here. That wraps up everything for the month of November. Hopefully, man, this video is running just as long as all the other ones. Slightly shorter, but it's still long. But anyways, that's everything for the month of December, or sorry, the month of October. And I'll be back next month letting you guys know how everything goes here in the month of October. So you guys stay safe. Until next time.